partnerships are really where so much of that value is driven in an operating agreement, where I can really add the most value here. And I look at these operating agreements for a couple of different things. The biggest one is this allocation language. Partnerships have very specific types of ways that they can allocate their income. The two most common methods are the safe harbor method and the targeted capital account method. And don't worry, I'm going to do more videos on these different types of methods. But these are the two most common ways, and they have major differences in how income and loss get allocated. Safe harbor allocations have a very different timing of when you get the income, when you get the loss, what partners get the loss, where does that go, who gets that loss first, or who gets that income first. And so when you can start to change the operating agreement language and have very different impacts on what classes of partners or what partners get losses or distributions and profit first, and then when does the general partner come into play, it is an extremely powerful tool. 90% of the K1s that I look at a lot of times have ignored the operating agreement. As a CPA, as a tax preparer, I have to have the operating agreement and I have to follow it. I have to follow the allocation language or risk injuring my client for breach of his contract, for breach of the operating agreement. Client has to make sure the taxes are prepared in accordance with that agreement. So I need that agreement. It needs to say the right language for me to then get the most bang for my buck for my client and allocate it properly. There's like 30 other things I look for in tax languages and operating agreements. We won't get all into them now, but just know that your operating agreement